Welcome back inside State Farm Arena, where we are fresh off of a Dream and Aces game, and we're going to get 4 more games from the Dream inside this building. That is so exciting for WNBA fans and people that are fans of the growth of women's sports. And you guys have been following the W and the Dream for a very long time, and it's incredible the trajectory that this team is on, as well as the W. T, we'll start with you. Where do you feel like the state of women's sports is? Because right now it's at an all-time high.
Yeah, I think you called it out earlier with the applause that we saw from Alicia Gray, for Medina Okot, for Tahina Paopao. All of that is because of the power of South Carolina. So it really starts with women's basketball and what they've been able to do, and kind of that translating into, and this was an incredible class. This may have been one of the best, if not better, rookie classes that we've seen from the WNBA in about 2 decades. So I'm really excited because also it tells you when you move 5 games to State Farm Arena, and when you announce that Angel Reese is coming to Atlanta, and that breaks the internet, and that first day, the Dream sells 16 times more than what they sell on a daily basis. I think that's huge. And this is not just a phenomenon for the Dream. You're finding that the league is actually moving a lot of games to those larger arenas for their NBA counterparts. So I think that speaks volumes. And one more thing. I think the fact that we're here doing a live show, and the fact that you can see W ball just about every day of the week on just about any network or streaming service, that speaks volumes. And that CBA. That's all I'm going to say. That collective bargaining agreement.
It's a record.
That reset the tone.
I think to Tenitra's points, it's exposure. It was always what comes first, chicken or the egg. Do people need to show up, and then we put games on TV? And I think what we're seeing is the exposure, the results of exposure. Now that women's college basketball is growing on a regular basis. Now that the transfer portal allows ladies to go to different universities, big time schools. So somebody might start somewhere else, and that helps with exposure. And the fact that most of the time they don't play 1 or 2 years, they're playing longer before they come to the WNBA. So now the new CBA, more exposure for the game. I think what you're starting to see is that if you have good products and good players, people will be inclined to come. And you're starting to see families, and you're starting to see a lot of people who would like to just come and have a good time with their family show up at a game like tonight, where it was sold out on what ended up being a rainy day in Atlanta. He had 17,000 in change for a full boat.
If you build it, they will come. That's the saying. And honestly, I talked to someone with the Atlanta Falcons, and they're not asking for handout tickets. They're asking because there is a genuine interest. Hey, I want to go to WNBA games. You see athletes showing up that are a part of the Falcons. You see coaches showing up. And obviously there's other sports leagues around the city, but those were the guys that were inside the building today. That's a sign of how good this is and how much it is growing. Home team, when you look around and you see the crowd, kind of like we mentioned in the A block, you have the mayor here, you have Dr. Bernice King here, you have them franchise boys, you have Bow Wow, you've got all of these people inside this building. What is it like to look around and see what the Dream have built?
Well, it's an entertainment mecca is what Atlanta is, and now the Dream have an opportunity, albeit in fewer opportunities here, but they have an opportunity to show they can put 15, 16, 17,000 people, and if they come in here and they're down 30, it's all for naught. They came in here, they got down, they battled back, and what they are is a legitimate team trying to go back to the postseason and try to show that they can be an NBA or WNBA title winner, and that's what gravitates people to a great party.
Let's talk about the future games here at State Farm Arena. I hope that eventually the Dream get their own arena, a bigger one.
Oh yeah, have to.
And their own complex. Got a feeling that could come in the future. But as we sit here right now, they have to play in this to get a bigger audience. What is it like to watch them here at State Farm Arena, T?
Yeah, I love watching them here because I feel like everything, I was looking at the court, and the court setting the tone. It's gray, and everything around here is just kind of like gray and blue.
Their court was here. They had to move it here.
Yeah, and I love that because I don't feel like this is them playing at Georgia Tech, right? I don't feel like this is them playing in the hockey arena in Gwinnett. I feel like this is just a second home. So shout out to the Hawks. The Hawks have always been very, very supportive of this franchise, and I think having the Hawks and just that WNBA NBA partnership, it's showing itself in what you can do if you put your weight behind, like you said, a quality product. So I love it here. I think it shows as a second home.
There's never been more excitement around the WNBA. You can tell just by looking around State Farm Arena and these games. They are so fun. If you haven't been, get out to one. You will not be disappointed. Hang with us. When we come back, we will get the president of the Atlanta Dream right here inside State Farm Arena.